You don't feel broken until you're completely empty. Have you ever felt that way? Like someone is slowly draining all your energy, your confidence, and your joy, but you can't quite put your finger on it. That's the insidious nature of a toxic relationship. It's like a slow leak in a tire. You don't notice it at first. You just feel like you have to work harder and harder to move forward. These relationships convince you that the problem isn't them, it's you. They'll tell you you're too sensitive, you're overreacting, or you're just not trying hard enough. So you try harder, you give more, you shrink yourself down to make them comfortable, hoping that one day things will finally get better. But they don't. You just find yourself with less and less to give, until one day you wake up and realize you're running on empty. You feel hollowed out, a shadow of the person you used to be. It's a confusing and isolating experience because, on the surface, everything might seem fine, but deep down, you know something is fundamentally wrong. This gradual erosion of your self-worth is the first, and often most hidden, sign that you're caught in a toxic dynamic. It's not a sudden explosion. It's a quiet, devastating decay that happens right under your nose, leaving you to question your own sanity. Let's be clear about something. If staying hurts more than leaving, it's not love. It might be attachment. It might be familiarity. It might even be a trauma bond. But it is not love. Real, healthy relationships are supposed to be your safe harbor, not your battlefield. They should be the place you go to recharge, to feel supported, to grow. They shouldn't be a source of constant stress, fear, or emotional exhaustion. Think about it. Do you walk on eggshells around this person? Do you find yourself constantly rehearsing conversations in your head, trying to predict how they'll react so you can avoid a fight or a guilt trip? That's not peace, that's anxiety. Love shouldn't cost you your mental well-being. It should require you to sacrifice your core values or your sense of self just to keep the peace. When you're in a good relationship, disagreements happen, but they lead to understanding and resolution, not 2 days of silent treatment or emotional punishment. A healthy connection feels like a warm blanket, not a tightrope you have to balance on perfectly every single day. If you constantly feel drained, anxious, or devalued, that's a massive red flag. Your peace is a precious commodity, and any relationship that consistently steals it is a price too high to pay. Love is meant to add to your life, not subtract from it until there's nothing left of you. So, if it's so bad, why is it so hard to leave? Here's a wild truth. Your brain prefers familiar pain over unfamiliar freedom. It sounds completely backward, doesn't it? But our brains are wired for survival, and survival often means sticking with what we know, even if what we know is painful. The idea of leaving, of stepping into the unknown, triggers a primal fear of loss. It's called loss aversion. Your brain screams, what if you're alone forever? What if you regret this? At least here, you know what to expect. That familiar cycle of anxiety, conflict, and occasional relief can become a strange sort of comfort zone. The pain is predictable. The future, however, is a blank slate, and that can be terrifying. So you stay, not because it's healthy, not because you're happy, but because your mind is desperately trying to protect you from the perceived danger of the unknown. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're human. Your brain is literally working against your best interests, clinging to a guaranteed negative outcome because it feels safer than an uncertain positive one. Understanding this psychological trap is the first step to breaking free from it. You have to consciously choose the scary path of freedom over the comfortable path of continued suffering. It's about teaching your brain that the unfamiliar isn't a threat, it's an opportunity. Now, here's where things get really interesting. If you want to know who truly values you, watch how people react when you stop overgiving. This is the ultimate test. Set a boundary, just one. Say no when you'd normally say yes. Prioritize your own needs for once. Tell them you're not available to listen to their problems 24/7, and then just watch. Healthy people, the ones who genuinely care about you as a person, will respect it. They might be surprised at first, but they'll adjust. They'll say, "Okay, I understand. Take care of yourself." They'll see you not as a resource, but as a whole person with your own needs and limits. But toxic people, they will lose their minds. They will see your boundary not as an act of self-care, but as a personal attack. They'll get angry, they'll guilt trip you, they'll try to manipulate you. They'll say things like, "You've changed," or "I couldn't believe you being so selfish after everything I've done for you." This reaction is a gift. It's them showing you their true colors. They weren't in a relationship with you. They were in a relationship with what you could provide for them. The moment you stop providing, the relationship, in their eyes, is broken. Boundaries don't push good people away. They filter out the ones who were only there to take advantage of you, and in doing so, they reveal who is truly in your corner. Letting go is not the end. It is the beginning. It's the start of your healing journey. But I have to warn you, peace feels strange when chaos was your normal. The initial silence can be deafening. When you're used to constantly managing someone else's moods, solving their crises, and navigating emotional minefields, a calm and quiet life can feel empty. You might even feel bored or guilty, like you should be doing something, fixing something. This is a normal part of the process. Your nervous system has been in overdrive for so long that it needs time to recalibrate. But slowly, something beautiful starts to happen. Without the constant noise of that toxic dynamic, you start to hear your own voice again. Clarity returns. You remember who you are, what you like, what you dream about. Your energy, which was once poured into a black hole, now comes back to you, and you can invest it in yourself. Your confidence, once chipped away, starts to rebuild, piece by piece. You realize that you are capable, you are worthy, and you are strong enough to stand on your own 2 feet. Letting go isn't about erasing the past. It's about closing a chapter so you can finally start writing a new one, where you are the main character, one filled with peace, self-love, and the space to attract connections that truly nourish your soul. This is your rebirth. Embrace the quiet, because in that quiet, you will find yourself again. If any of this resonated with you, and you're struggling, please know you are not alone. It's okay to ask for help. Talking to a therapist or a trusted friend can make all the difference. Remember, your well-being matters most. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this space with me. If this video helped you, please consider liking it and subscribing for more content on healing and personal growth. See you in the next one.